To close out this evening's show, I'm going to share with you a personal story, a little nugget, little treat, little bit of gold.
A little jewel of a gem.
A little jewel of a gem, little diamond, little sweetie pie. Now this occurred to me in the home I'm currently sitting in, so I'm a little uncomfortable telling.
Just over there.
Just over there, just through that door, down that hallway, down there. So, as if you are living in Western Australia, we've had a run of storms. And I like to call them the Sunday storms because we've been having them usually on a Sunday or a Saturday evening leading into a Sunday.
Normally on Sunday nights.
Sunday nights, but we did have a couple of doozies on Saturday nights, and this occurred on said. Was it Saturday? No, this one was a Sunday night. This was a Sunday storm.
The official
Sunday storm. It actually happened during the day, and it was like it was nighttime from about 2 in the afternoon, which I was in the process of creating a masterpiece for dinner, a multi-staged cook-off regarding a pumpkin risotto cooked inside of a pumpkin and then roasted.
That was so good.
So I was in the process of prepping all the vegetables for that, to first roast them, to make them into risotto, to then bake them yet again inside a complicated thing. So I was in the zone, but I was also preparing a tray of nibbles for the girls and some hot chocolates, which it was around that time of day, about 3 o'clock. So Jimmy was shaving in our bathroom. He was shaving his it was definitely his face was shaving his face. So he was in the bathroom doing whatever the hell he was doing in the bathroom. And I was in the kitchen, and our daughters were in the lounge room. The lounge room's at the front of the house. So I'd come out of the kitchen to answer a question and also put some food on the table. And as I'm walking back to the kitchen, one of the girls asked me something, and I turn to look back at them, but my body's facing the kitchen doorway. Now, I just want to remind you, this is daytime.
Yeah.
I'm distracted. I'm talking to my kids. I'm getting them snacks. There is no reason for me to imagine something creepy peering around the fucking doorway at me. But as I'm turning back towards the kitchen, there's a head and a shoulder just sticking out, like right out at my face level. And I'm no more than 1.5 meters away from this doorway. Yeah. So I looked straight at this black shadow thing, head and shoulder, peered right out at my head level, and then ducked back behind the cupboard. Me being the sceptical, rational me, looked down at the floor and saw a shadow on the floor. And my automatic reaction was, bloody hell, Jimmy's trying to scare me.
He's being an idiot again.
He's being a dick. He's hiding behind that cupboard, because I could see something moving, and the shadow from the kitchen lights was casting. I could see there was something behind the cupboard, waiting to jump out and scare me. Thinking it was Jimmy, I started to slowly creep towards the doorway, keeping an eye on this shadow on the floor so I could predict when he's going to jump out. And as I was stepping closer, the shadow backed up. So it was getting further and further across the doorway. So I'm like, right, now's my chance. I got level with the doorway and I leapt out to say boo, and there was nothing there. So naturally, I jumped and did the old lady noise and then ran through to the bathroom and hugged Jimmy and freaked out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Which gave him a fright, because I don't normally get frights.
Not like that.
And not normally in the middle of the day. No. And not normally ever.
Not while I'm shaving.
not while I'm manscaping. He wasn't manscaping.
No.
There were no injuries when I ran in.
No one got cut.
No. But it was very, very, very frightening.
It was. You were proper scared.
I was proper scared, and it took me a minute to calm down. And to follow up, I did see it again going behind the cupboard, different cupboard, but in the same room, in the kitchen, the next day. And this was at night time, as I was putting everyone was already asleep. I was doing my nighttime rounds where I top up the rabbits' food and make sure the dogs have got blankets and make sure the girls haven't rolled out their beds. And I'd walked back to our room and just stood out in the doorway and saw legs this time go behind the cupboard. And I wasn't the only one that saw it. because Juniper saw it, who's our dog, and she started growling and her ears were up and all her hair stood up and she was growling looking straight where I'd seen it.
You and your scary shit.
So what the hell? I don't know. I haven't had a creepy feeling, but I'm very not relieved to have seen it, but at least it's confirmed. I have been seeing something ducking its head in and out of that doorway for months, and I've thought it was just the play of the light from the road or whatever, but there's no way because it was black skies and
No
the light
shadow.
was
From
on in the
that,
the light was on in the kitchen, and it wasn't a day where there was sunshine, which is where normally I'd say it's a bird flying past the window or it's a car going up the road and the sunlight reflecting off it and it's a trick of my eye. This wasn't out the corner of my eye. I looked directly at this shadow person. That's all I can call it. It was a shadow person.
Yeah.
So, very frightening. But I don't feel threatened or scared in the house. So, maybe it's just, I don't know.
Don't know.
Anyone else ever seen something like that? Anybody? Hello? Geez, the line's gone a bit quiet.
I think they must have gone to sleep.
Have you gone? Are you still listening? Are you still there?